Every time, fingers crossed.
Yep. Hey, wait, look in the envelope.
Nice.
It's in the
Oh,
mailbox.
you got envelopes?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm sending you one each.
Make sure you write down which one is which, so there's not confusion like there might be in 8 years at a different Academy Awards ceremony.
And the winner is Palme d'Or. What?
No.
All right, this one's gonna be our easiest one, dude. Right here.
Okay.
All right, best supporting actor.
Okay.
It's gonna be Christoph Waltz in *Glorious Bastards*, Matt Damon in *Invictus*, Woody Harrelson, *The Messenger*, Christopher Plummer, *The Last Station*, and Stanley the Tooch Tucci in *Lovely Bones*. Now,
Tucci.
the Tooch.
Now, you're part of the Tucci gang, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know the Columbia House when they used to send movies? I'm a Tucci member, where I get a Tucci movie or TV show each month for $38.
Is there that many?
Yeah, he's popped up in a bunch of pictures. I got Easy A last week.
Nice.
Yeah, the Tooch. If it's out
Tooch.
yet. All right, but this one, there's no, like, the other nominees didn't even have to show up for this one, right? Because it's definitely Matt Damon. I mean, it's Christoph Waltz for *Inglourious Bastards*.
It's gotta be. He nails that role.
All right, think about this. 2000, all right, this century, 20 years, whatever. This century.
Yeah.
Who, can you name 5 supporting actors that are better than him?
No, I think he's just so good. And this was like one of his first, like this was his breakout role, right? I heard during the Tarantino, like when he came in to do like reads for the lines, like Tarantino just knew that was going to be Hans Landa. That was his name, right?
Yeah, he's perfect. There's just this weird, he lights that giant pipe. He knows what people are into, but he also has a really large temper to him. And he enjoys intimidating people. And he enjoys playing it out. His performance gets better. We watched it again recently, and the movie just gets better with him. Like, there's no competition. What do you think the ballots are going to look like on this?
I mean, I think they're all going to Waltz. The thing is, he encompasses everything that Tarantino loves. Violence, comedy. Like, he does comedy really well. And then, like, just that tense, that whole tense scene in the very beginning, like, that just kind of sets up his character. But he balances it all, like, really well. Like, he can be evil and menacing in one scene, or in the same scene as being, like, comical, like making stupid little jokes or pulling out the big pipe.
And at the end, when he just gives up everybody and helps kill Hitler, and then they put the Nazi symbol on his head.
Yep.
He's just a petulant. He's petulant. He's scary. I love it.
Yeah, there's no way. I don't even know who I would say second. I would say all the rest are second, but like by a large margin.
I mean, Tooch is sec.
Tooch. That's only because you're part of the Tucci gang. That's why you're saying that.
I love that. I got to abbreviate the word sec right there. The Tooch is sec.
Well, you abbreviate Tooch, you might as well abbreviate the sec.
I would rank it Waltzy baby, Tooch, Woody, the Plum, and then Matty D.
I'd like to see Harrelson, win a Oscar, but I mean, I would probably do Waltz, Harrelson. I don't know. I guess Plummer, Tooch, Damon. I like Matt Damon, but I don't know.
Invictus is just one of those. Yeah, we have open slots, so let's just.
Yeah.
I mean, I love a good movie about rugby, South African rugby, though.
You do?
I think South African rugby is really underrepresented.
I forgot that's like one of your favorite genres.
Yeah, I mean, every rugby picture I can watch, I watch.
I know. You've told me that before. You're like, I love horror, I love sci-fi, and I love rugby pictures.
I just can't get enough of them.
No, I get it, dude. Like, I remember when you invited me over and you showed me that whole bookshelf that was just dedicated to rugby films.
Yeah, and I made a sign, nothing but rugby pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. The next one, which I think this one's going to be a battlefield, but I think it's going to be made much easier. Now, I got a theory for you here, but this is Best Supporting Actress. So we have Anna Kendrick, Anna Kay, right? Or Kendrick, whatever that is, for Up in the Air.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, and then we have Maggie.
I'm the Best Supporting Actress.
He's not. He has a soundtrack. No, that's not yet. Then we have Maggie Gyllenhaal, or as Jake Gyllenhaal said, Gyllenhaal, for Crazy Heart. We have Vera Farmiga for Up in the Air.
Yep.
We have Penelope Cruz, The V Fair. We have Penelope Cruz for 9 and Monique for Precious, based on a novel Push by Sapphire. Now, I love some Anna Kay and some Vera F, but they're going to cross each other out, correct?
Yeah, I see that happening.
Oh, wait, hold up. Best supporting actor. All right. Nailed it in. Locked up.
That one's the easiest so far. So
I didn't
that
even
one
have to send it. Like, no one even has to send in envelopes, Rob.
Oh, really?
No, they just know it. They just know the K Waltz is going to do it. So let's say that Vera and Anna Kay are going to cross each other out. They're excellent in the movie. I love it, but they're crossed out. Maggie Gyllenhaal.
And Anna.
Yeah.
Sorry, the abbreviations down.
VFAR and K, AK-47.
I like AK.
Yeah, I like that, AK-47. Then we have Maggie Gyllenhaal. I mean, she's wonderful in Crazy Heart. But the problem is, she's just sort of, that movie is Jeff Bridges' picture.
Oh, yeah. I like Maggie Gyllenhaal. I don't know. Compared to the other one, I know you're going to read the other two, so we'll get to those, but I don't see her winning this one.
And Penelope Cruz, great.
Cruising World. That's what I call her.
Yeah, Cruising World. I like
Cruising World.
Cruising World. P. Cruise.
P.
Princess Cruise Lines. So she's up for 9. But I mean, that movie, man, that was kind of a dud. But she was the best part of that. You have Daniel Day-Lewis, Kate Hudson. You have a stacked cast in that film.
Here's the thing now, is her performance in that great, as in it should win an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, or is it just great because the rest of the movie was lacking and she was a standout?
I would say that. You know when there's a bad movie or a bad game? Like, so there's a terrible rugby match, right? And someone has a try that's just, 90 minutes of terrible rugby, but there's one try, and everyone's just like, wow, give that guy $20 million. For no reason, just do it. Because it was like, I think that's what this is.
Yeah. Well,
also, oh, sorry.
Well, no, I was just going to say I'm glad you put it in rugby terms, because if there's one sport I know a lot about, it's rugby. So thank you.
Well, when we had that scrum earlier talking about this, I think we really talked about it. And I love that you're wearing your New Zealand All Black shirt right now.
Yeah. No, well, we were scrumming it up, so I had to get that on.
And I know you already bought tickets for New Zealand in 2015. You're going to Japan in 2019 for the Rugby World Cup.
Yeah, that's exactly where I knew it was, and that's why I bought those. You're saying everything I already know, Mark. That's everything. I know. I already got my rugby ball.
Yep.
And I'm ready to play some rugby, or watch some rugby. But I'm going to play the rugby first a little bit, and then after I'm done scrumming, I'm going to fly to Japan.
I just got a custom Stanley Tucci rugby ball.
Is it his face, or is he on the ball?
So it's really weird because you stand it up long ways, and that's where his face is.
Right.
It's really elongated. It looks weird. I hate kicking it. So I just put it in a nice shelving unit that I bought from Michael's. Now,
is it his normal face, or is it his face from a film? Is it him from?
Yeah, it's definitely from a film.
Devil Wears Prada, Stanley Tucci.
Yeah, that's actually it.
Okay.
Yeah. How'd you know?
Pretty cool. Just a wild stab in the dark.
All right. So the winner for this, though, same as Christoph Waltz's Monique, because, dude, her performance in Precious is just scary, frightening, layered. It just makes you, she's so good. I was sitting in the theater for about 3 seconds, right? Last week, because that's when I saw it.
Right.
And I just thought she's going to win the Oscar.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I mean, she was Ox right when it came out. And, like Christoph Waltz, she has a lot of those, like you said, she's scary and intense. The only thing is she just doesn't have the comedic bits, but that's because of the film. That's just how it is. And I think she does it well. She plays it well. And I was actually very surprised with how she pulled it off.
I think that movie could win a best ensemble. I loved everybody in that movie. What? Mariah Carey's in it?
Gabrielle.
Paula Patton?
Sabine.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a lock, man. She's got it. Ready? All right, lock it up. Type it in.
But do your top 5. Put them in order right now.
Okay, so if I'm going to do my top 5, I'm going to do Monique, then I'm going to do V-Far, then I'm going to do Maggie G, then I'm going to do Anna K, then I'm going to do Princess Cruise Lines.
Okay. That's pretty, I mean, see, for me, I do Monique. I go Anna K just because I have like a little bit of a crush on her.
AK-47?
Up in the air. Yeah, then I go V-Far, then I go Cruisin' World. And although I like Maggie G, I don't know if we had like if we shortened her name at all, but she rounds out the top 5.
I mean, great actresses.
Oh, all of them.
This category is much more, I like the performances in this one much more in the Best Supporting Actor. It's stronger, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
Even if one of the actresses from Up in the Air got nominated, I think Monique would still win, though.
Yeah, I just, like with Christoph Waltz, it was like, he's like 95% to win. Everybody else is like tied at like 5. Whereas this one's a little bit more stacked where, you have Monique, she's probably like sitting at like a 75, 80. Then you got like, the Up in the Air girls sitting at like, to me, like 60, 50, something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's closer.
Yeah. I mean, this is good. I like it, but I wouldn't prepare a speech if I wasn't Monique.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Definitely.
Now, I don't know if you remember back in 97 when the Rugby Chronicles came out and Daniel Day-Lewis and Michael Caine were nominated for Best Supporting Actors. And then you had Julia Roberts and Meryl Streep nominated for Best Supporting Actress. And then in Best Actress, you had Helen Mirren and Julie Andrews nominated. And then in Best Actor, you had Matt Damon and Brad Pitt. So 8 of the actors were nominated for the 20 spots from the Rugby Chronicles in 97. And they all lost.
See, I knew that because, again, rugby is one of my favorite sports. So I knew a lot of that already because that film is so great and in my heart.
All right. Let's move on, right? Let's wait, so let's see. No, we've done how many have we done so far? We've done 4, right?
4.
All right. So let's go to Best Adapted Screenplay. How's that sound?
Okay. Yep.
All right, so we got Best Adapted Screenplay. Now we have some really good ones in here. Up in the Air, right? Sheldon Turner, Jason Reitman, based on a novel by Walter Kim. We had In the Loop, excellent movie, written by Jesse Armstrong, Simon Blackwell, Armando Iannucci, who also is planning on doing a show for HBO called Veep with Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Ooh, sounds interesting.
The JLD.
I like it.
Then we have An Education, which is Nick Hornby. Wrote the screenplay based on a memoir by Lynn Barber. District 9, by Blomkamp, right? Based on a short film. Then we have Precious.
That was based on a short film.
Yeah, him. Blomkamp made it.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, I remember that now.
That's the way to go, man. Make a short film, get some attention, make a full feature.
Yeah.
That's what the rugby house rules. That started as a short picture, and then a short film, and then it became a full length picture.
Oh yeah, of course.
There's a sequel to the Cider House Rules.
Yeah, I totally remember that movie. Once again, it's rugby. I know everything there is to know about rugby, like yourself, Mark.
Now, this movie, I think Precious has to win because it has based on a novel in the title.
I think that's what sets it apart from all the others. Yeah. That way it's adapted because, that's what I love about that movie in general is just the fact that it's telling you this is based on a novel. So now I go in there expecting a movie that's based on a novel.
Yeah, and you're not walking out going, wait, I wonder if that was based on something.
I just don't like to Google anything extra after I leave a film. You know what I mean? I don't. You know how many films I walk out of and I go, what was that based on? And I have to Google it, as I walk to my car. I don't want to do that. Luckily for me, Best Adapted Screenplay, Precious, based on the novel, Push by Sapphire. I even know who it's by. So it's just that way.
Instead of Googling it, I go on a social media site or like a Quora or Yahoo Questions and I ask the question there. Same amount of time I could Google it, but I like to ask the question.
Makes sense. But I'm just saying, do you think, in all seriousness, if District 9 was actually called District 9, based on the short film Alive in Joburg by Neil Blomkamp, directed by Neil Blomkamp, would you think that was a better movie or a better title?
Absolutely.